This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 190, Disadvantages of the Roth IRA. Not all is what it seems. Part 2, by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. And I am your host here on the podcast, Dan, and this is, of course, where I read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. So welcome. If you're new here, I think you're going to like it. And if you're a regular listener, thanks so much for downloading every day. Now, today's post is, as I mentioned, the second half of a post from Financial Samurai. So if you are new here and you missed yesterday's episode, you'll probably want to check that one out first. It is episode 189. And while you are out there in your podcast app, you might want to check out our two brother podcasts, Optimal Living Daily and Optimal Health Daily. They are similar shows in that the hosts read blog posts to you. So if you like this show, you're definitely going to like those too. You can search for them, subscribe, and you'll get to hear a lot more amazing content read to you for free. And with that, let's continue yesterday's post as we optimize your life. Disadvantages of the Roth IRA. Not all is what it seems. Part 2, by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. Disadvantages of a Roth IRA. Not all milk and cookies. Number 6, you may never reap the fake rewards. Let's say the math wasn't the same and you continue to contribute to your Roth IRA because you believe in the tax benefits. Unfortunately, you die at age 59. You are screwed. All those taxes you paid up front to the cunning government, and you'll never once get to utilize the returns on your Roth IRA. What a shame. Guess what? Over those 37 years, the government has happily spent your tens of thousands of dollars on themselves. That makes me sick, and it should make you sick as well, but maybe not since you are a patriot. Number 7, withdrawal penalty. There are no withdrawal penalties for the after-tax money you contribute to your Roth IRA. However, if you decide to withdraw money that has been earned from your after-tax contributions, then you'll be penalized by 10% plus your normal tax rate. For example, if you contribute $10,000 to your Roth IRA and it grows to $15,000, there is a 10% penalty on the $5,000 plus your normal tax rate. Just don't be naive and put it past the government to one day tax your after-tax Roth IRA contributions again upon exit. Look at Social Security, for example. They raised the base case age for full retirement from 62 to 67 for those born after 1960. That's 5 long years more one has to wait to receive full Social Security benefits. Number 8, you chop off your legs and fingers. America is a free country where we can relocate at will. If you live in one of the 43 states where there are state income taxes, then it behooves you not to pay more state income taxes. In California, our state income tax is 8 to 10.4%, and we've got a huge budget deficit. There's no way I'm giving 10% of my hard-earned retirement income to the politicians up in Sacramento to waste. Instead, once I retire, I plan to move to one of the 7 no-income tax states. Nevada, Washington, Wyoming, and Florida sound reasonable. And avoid paying 10% state taxes altogether. You have the power to save on taxes just by moving. Choose the traditional IRA over the Roth IRA while maxing out the 401k. If you are a recent college graduate who is at the beginning of their earnings power, then choosing to participate in a Roth IRA is less egregious than someone who is older and makes more money, up to approximately $122,000. Your tax rate is low, so you might as well save and make a bet that you will make more money as you gain more experience. However, even though you are in the lower tax bracket and assume to make more, make sure you at least max out your pre-tax traditional IRA first. Do the math. Let's say you make $50,000 a year and contribute to a Roth IRA. At $50,000, single with no deductions, your federal tax bill is estimated at around $6,250, equaling an effective tax rate of 12.5%. However, you are squarely in the 25% federal tax bracket. Let's say you're hot stuff now and make $100,000, the very income edge of where you can still contribute to a Roth IRA. Your federal tax bill is now around $18,900, or an effective tax rate of 18.9%. You are in the marginal tax bracket of 28% now. What's your saving? Your savings is really nothing because it's not about moving up and down the federal tax brackets. It's about what you think future tax rates will be for income levels below $105,000, since any more and you get phased out and can't contribute completely after $122,000. The $122,000 and below income level for single filers is the protected middle class where no politician dare assaults. The middle class is what puts politicians in office, and therefore, taxes will unlikely ever go up for this income group. To humor you, let's do the math anyway. $5,000 times 18.9% minus 12.5% equals $320 savings, or $5,000 times 28% minus 25% equals $150 savings per year. If these savings were real, they would be somewhat meaningful, but not really. The math is absolutely wrong, and therefore the savings is irrelevant. Final important point. If you are a middle-income person who generates $131,000 a year or less for your entire life, and is therefore able to contribute to a Roth IRA, do you really think when you retire your income will now be more than $131,000 a year, putting you in a higher income tax bracket during withdrawal ceteris paribus? Be realistic. At today's 10-year risk-free rate of approximately 2% as of 2016, you need $6.3 million to generate $131,000 a year in income. You will likely not make more in retirement than during your working years. Stop being delusional. 2016 income tax bracket. Give me more of your money. You never want to give the government more money than you need to. We are all idealists in college and just out of college. However, once you start paying attention to what's going on up in the various state capitals and in Washington, D.C., you will realize how manipulative our politicians are. If allowed, the government will take you for all you're worth. Power is addicting, and you must help fight Capitol Hill's addiction by holding on to your own money. You know what's best for you. You have the power to make a good living. Don't be fooled by the government that wants to make more money off of you. The more money you make, the more you've got to get into the tax savings mindset. There are people out there who actually pay a higher percentage of their income in taxes than they save. Shocking. Fight on and open your mind. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled Disadvantages of the Roth IRA. Not All is What It Seems, by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. And that wraps up this week's posts. Once again, if you like the premise of this show, definitely go ahead and subscribe to our other podcasts, Optimal Living Daily and Optimal Health Daily. They are similar to this show and cover even more topics from popular bloggers. If you want to take it a step further and really help us keep this and the other podcasts going, it would be great if you could share our show with just one other person, a friend, a family member, anybody really, because if everybody listening shared with one person, it would make a huge difference. You can point them to oldpodcast.com or just show them how to subscribe right there on their phones. Thanks for that, and thanks for listening all the way through, and I'll see you after the weekend, most likely for another Minimalist Monday edition of the show. See you there, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more, from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.